Sundar, I wonder what keeps you up at night?
The urgency to work and deploy it in a beneficial way. But at the same time, it can be very harmful if deployed wrongly. And we don't have all the answers there yet, and the technology is moving fast. So does that keep me up at night? Absolutely.
Your next decision, your next invention, your next cure for cancer will begin with 3 words. Hey Google, solve. But what happens when machines don't just answer, they act? AI isn't just a tool. It's the most profound shift of our lifetimes, bigger than fire, electricity, or the internet. He adds, AI is a once-in-a-lifetime technology. And conversations like these, ones focused on collaboration and concrete action, will move this work forward. The CEO of a trillion-dollar empire just declared war on human limits. And his weapon? Machines that think, act, and evolve on our behalf. At the Paris AI Summit, Pichai revealed Google's endgame, an agentic era where AI doesn't just assist, it anticipates. This is Sundar Pichai's vision. Strap in.
But in a 2 to 4 year time frame, maybe I'll highlight a key area which us and a few other companies are working on, which I think will really make progress. We call this agentic workflows. So anywhere you can describe a task in natural language, and the AI can act on your behalf and accomplish that. And so today, to give you an example, there are 2 examples within Google. We have a Project Mariner. It's a browser extension. So the browser can actually go browse and do things for you, complete and come back. If you look at where the state of the art was maybe a year ago, it was kind of roughly 50% effective. So you give it a complex sequence of tasks, it needs to get everything done accurately. Today, it's progressed to around 85%, right? And so, but that shows the progress. Similarly for coding, as a software engineer at Google, today when you're programming, the AI is there on the side, it gives you suggestions and you accept it. But we are now working on where you can give it instructions, it'll automatically go and write the program and get it done. And so, now imagine the impact of this agentic use cases working horizontally across many tasks. I think that's going to be very, very powerful. So the real promise of having an AI assistant in the context of anything you're doing, be it while learning something, a radiologist looking at images, a doctor engaging with a patient, all of that is going to be assisted, and it's going to deeply be embedded in your workflows. That is as real as it gets in a 2 to 4 year time frame. And you can imagine the impact from a productivity standpoint. And I think that's one of the most tangible opportunities. I think it's very, very real that will happen.
Imagine AI agents that think steps ahead, solve problems before you ask, and act with your supervision. Meet Project Astra, Google's universal assistant that sees, hears, and reasons like a human. Point your camera, and it becomes your historian, mechanic, or travel planner. This isn't science fiction, it's shipping soon, starting with Pixel.
I've got this email with apartment info. Can you tell me the door code and remember it?
I'll remember the door code for you. It is 1170. To unlock it, enter the code and then press the unlock button.
Based on these symbols, how should I wash this?
The tag shows to machine wash at 30 degrees Celsius. Avoid bleach and tumble drying. Iron on low and dry cleanable.
Then what setting should I use on this machine?
Based on the laundry instructions of 30 degrees Celsius, select the 30 setting under Easy Care on the dial.
I've got this list of recommendations. Can you tell me a bit about some of them?
I can search for these places for you. Cold Drops Yard is a shopping destination with unique industrial design. Luminary Bakery is a social enterprise bakery. And Tate Modern is a modern and contemporary art museum.
Would these do well if I planted them back home?
Mountain fleece can grow well in New York. They prefer full sun to partial shade and moist, well-drained soil. So your garden in New York should be a good fit for these flowers.
What can you tell me about this sculpture?
The sculpture you're seeing is called My World in Your World by Eva Rothschild, located in Lewis Cubitt Park in London.
What kind of themes does her work explore?
She creates abstract sculptures that invite viewers to interact with and interpret their surroundings in new ways.
I'm trying to get a gift for my friend, and this is everything she's been reading. How would you describe her taste in books?
Based on these titles, your friend seems to enjoy a mix of history, biography, and perhaps a touch of political or social commentary.
Est-ce que tu peux me dire quelque chose d'intéressant à propos de ces lanternes?
Bien sûr, je peux vous parler des lanternes. Les lanternes que vous voyez font partie de la porte d'entrée de Chinatown à Londres. Elles ont une signification culturelle pour les Chinois et sont souvent utilisées pendant les célébrations et les festivals. நிச்சயமாக இது லண்டனில் உள்ள சைனா டவுன் நுழைவாயில். இது ஒரு குறிப்பிடத்தக்க அடையாளமாகும். இது அந்த பகுதியின் கலாச்சாரம்.
Now I'm using these prototype glasses to test Project Astra hands-free. Can you check if it's going to rain anytime soon?
It looks like it is currently mostly sunny in London. Rain is expected tonight from around 10 p.m. until tomorrow morning at 6 a.m.
Check if I can bike in there?
It appears that cycling is actually banned within Primrose Hill itself, although it is permitted in nearby areas and the rest of Regent's Park.
But Pichai's ambitions go deeper. AI is already cracking the planet's and biology's hardest puzzles. Predicting disasters and protein discovery, democratizing genius. AlphaFold saved 250,000 research years. Now imagine that power in every lab, clinic, and classroom.
It's so obvious as we are making progress, how profoundly it'll impact many areas. The best example I can think of is with AlphaFold, we've now unlocked how to decode protein structures. Just so that everyone understands, it used to take one person their entire PhD to do one protein. And within 3 months, AlphaFold unlocked over 200 million protein structures. Now it's an open database, and already we see hundreds of thousands of researchers and biologists using it to develop vaccines, etc. So you can so tangibly feel the impact of progress. So you feel a moral imperative to be bold and accelerate progress there, right?
And this is just the warm-up. Google's quantum breakthrough, solving in minutes what would take classical computers longer than the universe's existence. But with great power comes greater stakes. Pichai warns, the biggest risk, missing out. Nations that lag in AI adoption risk economic oblivion.
When it comes to the economy, it's very clear that you'll be unlocking more productivity. And I do worry people who don't adopt it, countries which don't embrace it, can get left behind through this crucial moment. We have felt this important tension, both, the wonderful opportunities AI presents. It's obviously a dual-use technology, like you gave examples, and so the risks that come with it. So we actually encapsulated this tension as, a bold and responsible, that our approach needs to be both bold and responsible, and there is tension between it, but we grapple with it.
Cherish the tension between risk and opportunity, upgrade laws, or drown in deepfakes. Critics fear AI will widen divides, but Pichai counters. Democratize access from the start.
Obviously, as Farrell mentioned, it's a technology with dual use, and how do you make sure the bad effects don't propagate? Examples where we are working on, we slow down and think about image generation or video generation. It will both unleash creativity in the tools of artists and so on, but people can use it to create deep fakes. So we are early on working on technology like SynthID, watermarking technology. We will need standards, and those are areas where governments and private companies can work together to create a standardized way to detect deepfakes, right? And so you have to take that balance as we move through this, and we embrace it. We cherish the tension, we debate it, and we all need to do that more, I think.
Translate 249 languages. Screen 6 million eyes for blindness. Warn 700 million of floods. So, will AI eclipse us? Pichai's answer, no. It's an invitation to evolve.
You are going slowly in terms of rolling out BARD, I wonder if you think OpenAI and Microsoft acted irresponsibly.
OpenAI speak about this, and I think there are many views. I think one of the points they've made is, you don't want to put a technology out like this when it's very, very powerful because it gives society no time to adapt. I think that's a reasonable perspective. I think there are responsible people there trying to figure out how to approach this technology, and so are we.
Machines lack our empathy, courage, ancestral wisdom. But paired with AI, we become limitless. This isn't about machines replacing humans, it's about humans, scaled.
One of the things we need to be careful when it comes to AI is avoid what I would call race conditions, where people working on it across companies, etc., so get caught up in who's first that we lose, the potential pitfalls and downsides to it.
Agree? Disagree? Comment your take below and subscribe, because whether you like it or not, the world stays in search of it. And this future's arriving faster than you think.